We're now going to bring to the stage your inaugural mentor of GoPro 2015. Your guest mentor, and I will tell you, you need to be getting ready because it's about to rock the house. This woman was actually a part of a GoPro event recently. She was at the women's event. I couldn't be there. I was overseas. That's what I heard. I was overseas. I couldn't be there, and it was incredibly disappointing because the information, the stories I heard about the impact and the power and just the dramatic effect that she had on people made me realize that I'm definitely going to be there. You know, I think there were like 3 or 4 guys. I'm going to make sure I'm one of them next year. What was fascinating or fun for me when I saw in the program she was going to be our inaugural mentor, I was really, truly excited. And the reason is I knew I would get to introduce her, but more importantly, I knew I would absolutely be able to meet her. And just a few moments ago backstage, I was able to do that. The minute you're in her presence, though her success list, if you will, is exceptional and maybe even overwhelming, intimidating, you instantly feel at ease. You instantly realize you're in the presence of truly someone who leads from the heart, a true servant leader, the epitome of a professional. In fact, we had a chance to talk for a moment. Of all of her business successes, I guarantee you she'll tell you her greatest accomplishment in life. With her husband, Ken, they live in Baltimore, Maryland. She has 4 adult children, now aged 35, 33, 30, and 29. They're all walking their own independent paths in life, but inspired by their parents, I promise you. She also did say, I said, what's something else they just might be different? Like, do you fly kites? She said, no, but I've gone way up and I've gone way down. I have skydived and I've scuba dived. And so I said, wow, I've got 800 skydives. I've never scuba dived. I have to do that in the next year. But here's why. She's really here because of her personal accomplishments. And they're exceptional. She is a graduate of Harvard University. That alone puts you in a very elite group. Her MBA is from Harvard University. She has an honorary doctorate from the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. She has built a multi-million-dollar empire. She's a co-founder of the Charisma Factor. She is an author. Her book, Quantum Leaps, shows you step-by-step ways to create success. She has shared the platform of empowering women and girls for leadership with Oprah Winfrey. She has been interviewed to share her messages with national televised audiences. CNN with Soledad O'Brien, CNBC with Donnie Deutsch of The Big Idea, ABC TV. She has been written up in major national print publications. But beyond all of that, Harvard University, because of those successes, created a case study documenting that they now use for educational purposes. And on top of all that, the reason we should be excited she's here, she is ranked as the number 3 ranked individual in her network marketing company. Not just any company, it is a titan of our profession, a 52-year-old global multi-billion-dollar giant. Ladies and gentlemen, you get ready to have your world rocked because she's been called Energy in Action. Will you please bring to the stage your first mentor of 2015? Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and welcome the one, the only Miss Gloria Mayfield Banks.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay.
Oh!
That is awesome. I am so excited to be here. Living, caring, giving, sharing. Boy, oh boy, I love to work with the daring. A magic million? Can you imagine such? Of course you can. We've got the touch. I'm small in stature only, but I'm heavy in belief. I'm leading by example, so you can count on me as I flash this $1 million smile. The world will know it's all worthwhile because I'm banking on the magic, banking on success, banking on some people who simply want the best. I'm proud to be before you, and I'm proud to be top rank. I'm elite executive national sales director. My name is Gloria Mayfield Banks. Thank you. I am, okay, for real. Like for real. For real. How many of you, this is your first time? What? Okay, for real. When you walked in the room, I know we're supposed to act a custom. This will make you go pro. This will make you go pro. I am so thrilled that we have all come together to take our industry to yet a higher level. How many of you are ready for a quantum leap? No. You answered way too fast. How many of you know for sure you are willing to do something you haven't been willing to do yet? And you're going to do it differently and bigger and more aggressively than ever thought. How many of you are going to have a quantum leap? Yes. I'm so excited. I got to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my journey. I'm so excited that Eric and Marina will invite me to be with you. Look at the person next to you and say, we're going to become fast friends. And look at the person next to you. We're going to become fast friends. Then look at the person behind you and say, we're going to become fast friends. Okay, now I want you to find somebody's eyes. Look at them. Say, I like you. Say, I like you, but I'm getting ready to wipe you out. I mean, for real. We are not here to be nicey, okay? For we are servant leaders, and we do want to see the world at a different place. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. What? That much Detroit in the house. That's exciting. I'm born and raised there, and I'm out of a phenomenal family. My parents did an awesome job raising 4 girls. I'm the third of 4 girls. All my sisters are magnificent readers. My oldest sister, Pamela, is a major writer. My sister, Amy, is a president of a company, a major reader. My sister, Wendy, is in the United States Hall of Fame for rhythmic gymnastics, and she commentates for, you'll see her in Brazil commentating for the Olympics. All of them can read, but me. I grew up dyslexic. I have a hard time reading still. When I travel and people give me books, I look at them like, I mean, really. I worked so hard. My mother was one of those mothers. How many mothers do we have in the room? Wow. How many mothers? Okay, so my mother worked really hard studying with me every single night because back then, way early, they didn't know about dyslexia. They didn't know what the problem was. All they knew is that I was having a hard time with my education. And so she stayed up with me night after night. Gloria, you can get this. Come on, Gloria, you can get this. Read. It was so difficult. My father used to go to bed crying. No, my mother used to go to bed crying. My father used to say, leave her alone. She'll be fine. He was right. My mother was so frustrated with the fact that I couldn't read. So I'm going to tell you something right now. Reading is overrated. It really is. But I left there and I went on to high school and went on to college and studied there for a while and then finished college and moved to Boston and worked at a Polaroid corporation where I used to manufacture film. From 3 o'clock in the evening till 11 o'clock at night, I used to manufacture film. Next to these machines that would go ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. Now, do I look like a ka-chunk kind of woman? There was a problem, and so I left. And I went to school. I went to Harvard Business School. Dyslexia and all. I went there, and a woman read to me every day for 2 years. Her name was Juliana. My daughter's name is Juliana. You guys, yes, go give and servant leadership goes way back and changes lives all the time. So she read to me every day. See, the thing is, if you know people that are dyslexic, we're very bright. We just don't know how to read. So she read to me, I explained it to her, we got to Harvard Business School, and I had my piece of paper because I really wanted that piece of paper. How many of you have your piece of paper? You know the piece you can't find anymore? That piece of paper that was critical. So I left there and I took a job with IBM, came as #1 sales rep for IBM, loved it. Then kept going, was a marketing manager, had a job that I liked, then had a job that I didn't like. How many of you had a job that you've loved? And how many of you had a job that you didn't love? We've all had both sides, both sides, both sides. That was me. And I used to go to work at 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning I go to work, and about 8:45, you know how you walk into that coffee area? Girl, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. And then she'd walk in there, oh, girl, I'm so tired. And you talk about how tired you are, and she talk about how tired she was, and everybody's tired. Everybody's tired. And I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I'm not tired. You're tired. Because you become like the people you hang around. You hang around tired people, you'll be tired. You hang around broke people, you'll be broke. You hang around ugly people, look to the left, look to the left, look to the left, look to the left. You better be careful. You better be careful who you hang around. That was what happened to me. And then someone called me up and asked me to come to a function, and I went to this party, and I saw this person sell a bunch of stuff in a little bit of time, and I was so excited. That's where my network marketing started, at a party. And I saw this woman do something that I thought was phenomenal. And I leaned over to my kids, I said, we're going to do this. I went home, I called my mother immediately. Mom, I am so excited. She said, we just paid $60,000 for you to go to Harvard, and now? I said, well, we're like, what? How many of you had your dream big? Your dream was big. You were full of life. And then you told one person, wham! How many of you remember? How many remember? How many remember? It happens to us all the time. Somebody's going to try to shrink your dream. Even the people that love you the most, they see you coming. They're going to see you leave here. And you're going to go into your neighborhoods, and they're going to see you coming with electricity and fire and energy. You're going to leave Network Pro Market. You're going to be like, ah! You're going to be ready to take off. They're going to look at you like, she looks excited. Let me nip this in the butt. And they're going to say something to you that's going to crash you. Don't let it happen. Look at your friend and say, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. You know, they say that when you get motivated, it only lasts you for a little while, but we're going to make sure that it lasts for a long while because we're headed to the top. And that's what this is all about. You came here to get it. Didn't you come to get it? You came to get it because you can't give what you don't possess. And so if you want to give it, you've got to have it too. I'm telling you, I was in a situation where I had 10 years of domestic violence. 10 years of domestic violence, and nobody knew it. My mother didn't know it. My sisters didn't know it. No one knew I was in the middle of domestic violence. He went to Harvard Business School. I went to Harvard Business School. If you'd seen us, you would have never guessed. Beautiful home. Little girl, little boy. You would have never known what was going on. Here's what I want to tell you about that part of the story. You never know what is happening inside someone else's life. All day long, we assume that we know why they say what they say when they say what they say, and we have no clue. Your job is to ask. Raise your right hand. My job. I didn't hear you. My job. I didn't hear you. My job. My job is to ask. My job is to ask. It's not to assume. Don't assume. Just ask. Just ask. That was my deal. Just ask. You would have never known. 10 years of domestic violence. So I come into network marketing, and I start building my business, and I get a divorce, and I'm a single parent for 7 years, a very happy single parent because I was winning. I was working. I was passionate. I was running. I was competing, and I was winning. Did I tell you I was winning? Did I tell you I was winning? I was winning. I was winning. I was winning a lot, and it was fantastic. And so I went down to Florida on vacation. Because, you know, if you have children and you don't take them to Disney, you do not get the Mother of the Year award. And so I took them down to Disney. And while I was there at Disney, I met my husband, Ken Banks, at a theme park called Wet and Wild. And he walked up to me and he said, "Is your husband with you?" I said, "No." "Is your wife with you?" He said no. So we started talking, and we were just having, you know, that interesting talk at the beginning, just, you know, the interesting talk. And then over the loudspeaker, they started calling my name. "Gloria Mayfield, come to the security office. Gloria Mayfield, come to the security office." I said, "Excuse me. Excuse me." And I go over to the security office, and there's my daughter crying. Where were you? Where were you? I don't know where she gets that dramatic background from. I don't even know. So she's crying at the top of her lungs. I said, what's wrong? What's wrong? I had to go to the bathroom. I said, okay, let's go to the bathroom. So I take her to the bathroom, and we go to the bathroom, and then we walk back over to the kiddie pool. And I said, you know, her brother's standing there, and I walk over to him. He said, I told her to pee in the water. I told her to pee in the water. You know, they're just like that today. They're grown now, 4 phenomenal grown kids. And I remember when I first started my network marketing business and people kept saying, oh, this is going to be so great for your kids. This is going to be so great for your kids. This is going to be so great for your kids. This is going to be so... I was like, let me tell you something. I got the kids part. Just show me the money. Show me the money. Oh, you're going to have personal growth. I said, I will grow later. Just show me the money. I don't know what your deal is, but that was clearly my deal when I came in here. I was like, I need the money. So they kept saying your kids. So, of course, my kids have grown up in this network marketing life, and they are fabulous. And now I have 4 grandchildren, 3 granddaughters, and a grandson. I was in Colombia, South America last week. I got the text from my son. The baby will be here on Saturday. I got on the plane. I told the pilot, take me to Detroit. I don't care where the rest of these people got to go. I got there at midnight. The baby was born at 10 o'clock. God loves me. It was so awesome. Yes. 3 granddaughters, 1 brand new grandson. They call me Gigi. They call me Grandma. They get no money. Can you imagine me walking in the mall and they say, Grandma? I told my daughter, this is exactly what will happen. Oh, absolutely not. Let me tell you something. You can create your world to be whatever you want. My deal is I take the ordinary person and teach them how to create an extraordinary life. How many of you know your life can be better than it is right now? How many of you know your life is good right now? But it can be greater. It can be greater, and it will be greater, right? It will be greater. I want to give you 10 things. Raise your right hand for me. Raise your right hand for me. Shake it, because I want you to take some notes. I want you to take some notes. And I want to tell you, in my book called Quantum Leaps, it talks specifically about 10 things that will help you soar. But you know what? I've broken a lot of records. Did I say a lot? I've broken a lot of records. Did I say a lot? I've broken a lot of records. Why? Because I like to break records. I do like to break records. Ask me about a record, I want to break it. I like to eat it for lunch. That's my deal. What's your deal? Whatever your deal is, everybody has a different deal, but all of us can have a quantum leap. So I'm going to give you 10 steps. And like Eric said, you can take one of them. And if you apply just one of them better than you've applied it before, it'll make a difference. So, first, I need you to know, we are here for a reason. To go pro. And here's what you need to know. Everybody that's here will leave here changed, will leave here better, will leave here different. Everybody that was thinking about coming, that didn't come, will be depressed. Here's the deal. Number 1 is decision. Make a decision. Make a strong decision. This is the number 1 thing they taught us at Harvard Business School. The number 1 thing they taught us was to be a decision maker. The number 1 thing you will see people that are stumbling in their success rate is they are non-decision makers. Here's the deal about decision making. If you make the decision and it's a great decision, it's perfect. You're well on your way. If it's the wrong decision, you can fix it. The worst thing to be is to be an indecision. You stay on the fence. The worst thing, I can tell you that for sure. Someone came after me and they heard me speak and they said, Gloria, could you write a book? I said, no, I can't write a book. No, I want you to write a book. I said, no, I can't read, so I definitely can't write a book. He said, no, I want you to write a book. I want you to write a book. No, I can't write a book. No, 4 years he talked to me about writing a book. I said, no, I'm not going to write a book. I was decisive about not writing a book. I said, I can't write a book, I'm dyslexic. He said, I'm dyslexic. I said, you own the book company and you're dyslexic? He said, yes. Here's what I want to tell you, though. When I was being indecisive, when I was going back and forth, it was a very uncomfortable place. Even those of us who teach these things get stuck somewhere. Have you ever taught something and then found out it's slapping you in the face? That's where it can be for you. You have to become a strong decision maker in order to have a quantum leap. And so I'm going to challenge you over the next 24 hours. Watch the conversations you have with people. Now, in this group, you're going to have some great decision makers. But outside of this group, watch what happens with the people you hang around. See if they make strong decisions. See how quickly they're a strong decision maker. Number two stands for confidence. Confidence. You must become a powerful person of confidence. And here's what I want you to know about confidence. The number one thing I want you to know is that it's dynamic. It changes all the time. You get to one level, you have to regain your confidence. You get to another level, you have to regain your confidence again. You go to another level, you have to regain your confidence again. Have you ever walked into a room and wondered, what am I doing here? You start your confidence all over again because it is truly dynamic. And here's the other thing. You fake it till you make it. You act confident all day long. I remember walking into many of my parties, and I would extend my right hand, and I would smile, and I'd look him right in the right eye, and my whole body would say, I'm fun, I'm feminine, I'm professional, and I'm taking all of your money tonight. All of it. And you'll be happy to give it to me. Because I learned how to become confident. I learned that I was there to provide a purchasing environment. I was on purpose with the confidence. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you act. The number one thing is knowing that your confidence draws people to you. You know, when you're thinking about this business and you're thinking about being a recruiting master, team building, the one thing that people love is people who are confident, not cocky. Confident. There's a thin line between the two. And when you walk in that space that you're going to be confident, you give other people confidence as well. One of the things that we work on all the time is a high degree of retention, and that comes from a confident leader. Are you a confident leader? Do they see you honestly working at becoming your best? Honestly working at it. Number 3 is vision, imagination, and belief. Those 3 things, vision, imagination, and belief, in order to have a quantum leap. You have to have a vision about where you're going. You have to see it before it happens. Oh my gosh, as I built my organization, I used to go to these big events and I used to say, wow. And immediately after I said, wow, I would close my eyes so I could see me conducting the event. You guys, this right here is a vision for me. A passion and a vision for making a difference for other people. But I want to tell you this, and this might be for you or it might be for someone you're leading, that when you are growing up in life, things take away your vision, your imagination, and your belief. It's called discouragement. It's called rejection. It's called mistakes. It's called pain. It's called failure. So if you have lost your ability to visualize, I want to tell you it can be regained. Vision can be regained. A vivid imagination can be strengthened. Your belief in yourself can grow. But you have to have all 3 things to grow again, you guys. We had an imaginary, visionary, strong belief as a child, and then things happen to us in our life. You have to have it again to have a quantum leap. Okay, 4 things, 4 skills. Ready? Number 4 is 4 skills. Time management, money management, emotional management, and skill management. Those 4 things can take you up, and those 4 things can take you down. If you've ever heard me speak before, teach before, these 4 things will really something you want to master. I'm going to give you one of my favorite time management tips. Would you like my favorite time management tip? No, my favorite time management tip. This is my favorite time management tip. You are welcome to share it. Put your keys in the exact same location. Seriously, how many of us have looked for our keys? You get ready, you're ready, you look absolutely fabulous. You're dressed to the nine, you're ready to go to wherever you're at, and then you start looking for your keys. You start ripping up your purse, you rip up your house, you rip up your kids. Where are my keys? Next thing you know anything's going on, anything till you find the keys. By that time, you're totally destroyed. Time management, money management. You don't have to worry about money management until you get some of it. Isn't that exciting? Well, that's why you're here at GoPro. That's why you're here at GoPro, so you can have some money to take. Emotional management. My number 1 tip with emotional management is compartmentalization. Every emotion you have can be compartmentalized and put away at a time when it can be used. When you're happy, when you're sad, when you're discouraged, and when you share it, look at your friend and say, don't be Debbie Downer. And guys, I know you're not going to be Debbie Downer. But here's what I want you to know. You cannot give your bad emotions to somebody else and expect to get gifts in return. Are you guys with me? And don't let anybody else give you their luggage. I am so good at not carrying other people's drama. How many of you would like to become good at not carrying other people's drama? You teach your people that don't give me your drama, because if you give me your drama, I'm going to see you as your drama. And I would rather see you as the person I've already imagined you to become. So when you tell me your drama, I'm going to start believing the things that you believe. And I think you want me to believe the things that I believe about you. Skill management. Everyone's business deserves some kind of skill. So when you want to have a quantum leap, you study. When you study what you don't know, you move. Number 5 is goal setting. Goal setting. That means it can't be too small, can't be too big, it's got to be just right, and you go at it with all your might. All your might. Number 6 is image. Image. You have 7 seconds to make a good impression. 7 seconds. So if you choose not to smile, that's your issue. If you choose to give a weak hug, how about the weak hug? That is just so pitiful. Or the handshake like this. How many know what I'm talking about? Shake the person's hand next to you. Shake their hand. Shake their hand. Big handshake all the way in, all the way in, all the way in, all the way in. Yeah, but don't squeeze the hand so it hurts. Image makes a difference. Number 7 is passion. I could spend all my time talking about passion. You guys are going to have a tremendous amount of passion in leaving this event. I am afraid of the airports in your home cities. You can't talk about it here, but the minute you leave here, ooh-wee, passion is required. And I want you to know that everybody you're around is either in passion or out of passion. And some people don't even know that they're not in passion. So here's the test. If you run into your bed, you're not in passion. If you can't wait to wake up, you're in passion. If you're wanting to stay up and work some more, you're in passion. If you are creative, you're in passion. The number 1 thing you need to know about passion is everybody develops it differently. Different things move different people. Here's what I want to tell you. People always criticizing other people's motivation. It doesn't matter why you're motivated. Just be glad you are motivated. I tell people, I don't care what gets you excited. Just get excited. Passion with purpose will drive you. Number 8 is discipline and hustle. Discipline and hustle. You need it. So here's what I want to tell you about it. Don't worry about if you have discipline and hustle. Worry about if you have the why. If the why is big enough, the discipline will show up. For instance, if you love Snicker bars, you love Snicker bars. Oh, you just love Snickers. And then you're invited to be in a wedding All of a sudden, you don't want to be the overweight lover in the house. Snickers is no longer interesting to you. You don't want sugar. People say, you want a piece of cake? Nope. All of a sudden. So the why took care of the discipline and the hustle. Comes right in place. Number 9 is people skills. People skills. I share it with people all the time. Be nice. You need people skills and you need leadership skills because it'll make all the difference in the world. Pay attention to your people skills and your leadership. How many of the people in this room want to be 6- and 7-figure earners? I didn't hear you. Yes. Well, I want to tell you, if that's what you want, then people skills and leadership skills are going to be the primary thing that you're going to have to develop. Because what you want to do in order to be a master at having large, record-breaking teams are people who will do things with you, for you, because of your people skills, the way you treat them. Remember this, the number one thing is how you make a person feel. They may not remember your name, but they will always remember how you make them feel. And the last thing is short-term sacrifice. Short-term sacrifice. I can do anything for a little while if I don't have to do it for the rest of my life. What do you have to do for a little while in order for you to have a huge quantum leap? For this to be as masterful and amazing as it can be, this event can really take you to yet another stratosphere if you want it to be, but it's short-term sacrifice. What can you do in October? What are you going to do for the next 3 months? Did you realize January is around the corner? How many of you remember waking up last January 1st? Calling your friends, say, oh, this is the year. Oh, I can feel it. I just feel this is the year. This is my year. This is the year. And your friend said, you said that last January. You know what? It's short-term sacrifice for long-term success. Short-term sacrifice for long-term success. We got to take it at yet another level where it's never been before. I am so excited to take things at never. People say, Gloria, what is your goal? What is your goal? Well, did you hear them say number 3? What? Number 2 and number 1 must move out of my way because there's more to do. I tell people until I'm celebrating where Oprah's celebrating, there's more to do. Short-term sacrifice for long-term success. It really does make a difference. So everybody has to stand up for a second. Have to stand up. I'm going to end on this because I absolutely love this point. But here's the thing. Like he said at the beginning, he said, you know what? This will be one of the most magnificent events if it's filled with energy. How many of you know you want to leave with energy? Oh, that was good. That was good. If you want to leave with energy, you have to give energy. And I always tell people it's loud and rowdy. Loud and rowdy will take you down. Loud and rowdy will carry you over the hills. Everywhere you go. With your success, you have to be loud about it, and that's what carries it. Let me just say this to you for real. Like for real. Like for real. Thanksgiving's going to come in a couple of weeks. Your family is going to know you came to Vegas. They're going to ask you what happened in Vegas. Now, we know we can't tell them because there's a commercial, but we can show them. We can show them. And in this business that we are in, we know that competition makes us stronger. One of the things you know for sure is that iron sharpens iron. And that's what you get when you come someplace like the Network Marketing Pro event. Go Pro. Go Pro. Look at your friend, say Go Pro. Look at your friend, say Go Pro. Now that was not even, no. Look at your friend and say Go Pro. Because it makes a difference. You gotta have a symbol, Go Pro. Oh, Go Pro. It's got to be something magnificent that you have as your brand. So you're gonna repeat after me. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. I want you to know that this was written by Marianne Williamson. It was made famous by Nelson Mandela. And it's spread by Gloria Mayfield Banks. And I love it. So let's start again. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Now, did you throw your head back? Powerful. That's it. It's our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, fabulous, and talented? Actually, who are we not to be? You are a child of God. Here's my favorite line. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. Look at your friend. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that's within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others. So look at your friend and repeat after me. I am clearly going to wipe you out. Because I came to the network marketing pro. See ya! Bye! Woo!
Holy cow, I had no idea what I missed.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, more Mayfield Banks. Oh!